It's HighTechDad, and what I'm looking at here is a recently installed Panasonic microwave. This is model number NN-SD277WR, and this was a microwave that I just finished installing with a friend of mine. I wanted to go through some of the features of this now that I have it up and running now. So what you can see here, why don't we go inside and take a look first. So you have a fairly large space for microwaving. You can see it comes with a metal rack, so it lets you do 2 levels in there. One thing that I particularly liked, I don't know if you can see this though, that the plate here is kind of recessed, so it gives you, instead of popping up like in some microwaves, this is down low, so it gives you a little extra. And also the sides in here are slightly recessed, so you can really pack in a lot of stuff in here, and the lighting's really good when it's lit up. There's a cheat sheet along the bottom for some things. And then so what we have here, you'll also notice that there are no number pads in here. If you want to choose a time, what you do is you actually push in this little knob here, as you can see, and then you just dial it, and it increases seconds, and as you get higher it goes faster by minute, etc. So pretty slick little thing right there. It's got the usual, here, I'm going to clear this out, it's got the usual things here like popcorn. I use this sensor Reheat. It's pretty nice. If you have some pre-cooked food, you just pop it in, hit that button, and it automatically detects how long it should cook inside, and it warns you when there's about 2 minutes left. Sensor Cook is very similar. It lets you just, again, put something in there that's uncooked, and it'll detect when steam is starting to come out from the food. You can dial through the various power levels. You can see there's a little bar on the bottom that sort of shows you what's going on. It also has a pretty cool defrost. I haven't actually tested this out, but supposedly it will cook or it won't. That's the whole thing. It won't cook the meat when you are, or chicken or whatever you're trying to defrost. It does it in a way where it just thaws it out. The keep warm button is to basically keep food warm up to 30 minutes. You program in an amount of time that you want to keep something warm, and it'll just turn on every few minutes and warm it up a little bit. And I already showed you the button there. There's a timer, countdown timer, clock. You can, if you want to just quickly add a minute of cook time, you do the quick minute. Let's clear that out there. If you're heating up something like doing popcorn and you want to add more time or less time, you can use this button and it'll add a certain percentage more or less. This turns the turntable on or off. I'm just going to turn this on really quick so that you can hear. It's pretty quiet when it's running. It's not too bad. You hear the fan going. Not too bad. Alright, I'm turning that off. Then at the bottom here we have the light with 2 levels. You have an auto on-off that you can program the fan to go off after a certain amount of time. Now the fan has actually a couple of settings here. You can have the standard high and low setting, or you can really bump it up and have a super and a turbo. So that's pretty nice to really clear out things. Also underneath, I guess that there are heat sensors underneath, so if you have something going on your stove and it's getting really hot, the fan will automatically kick on. I haven't tested this. I have a feeling that it'll have to be pretty hot before you get to that temperature. The grills need to be cleaned every once in a while, but I found this to be very easy to take off and put back on, which is a nice thing. Other microwaves that I've seen have been a little bit harder to do. And then you have your light there, which is pretty bright. So overall, I've tested this about a day, so haven't had too much time to play around with it. One thing that I actually don't like that much about it is that when the countdown timer is going, when it reaches the end of the countdown, it only beeps like 3 times, and if you're out of the room or something like that, you're not going to hear it go off. So I've had other microwaves where it would just keep beeping until you silence it. So that's the only complaint that I have right now. Other than that, the heats up food really, really well. It's fast and very, very powerful and pretty clean. I like the design. So that's about it. If you want to read more about it on my blog, you can go to www.hightechdad.com. And if you have any questions, you can ask me on Twitter and follow me as @HighTechDad. Thanks a lot.